Now join XmenTheMovie.com as we go behind the scenes of the X-Men. Cyclops.
The reason he's called Cyclops is because he lost the power to control these optic blasts that flow from his eyes, so he has to wear a visor with a ruby quartz lens.
His power informs his character. He's always in control. And he's always in control because he has to always be in control of this being because it's so lethal.
Cyclops can never really look at another human being with his naked eyes without destroying them.
Look for more behind-the-scenes previews of the X-Men on XmenTheMovie.com. Now join XmenTheMovie.com as we go behind the scenes of the X-Men. Jean Grey.
Jean Grey has telekinetic and telepathic powers. She can move objects with her mind and read people's minds. She's somebody who's still developing her power.
Jean? No!
Jean Grey's fiancé is Cyclops, and then in comes Wolverine. So there's sort of this thing going on where Cyclops notices somewhat of an attraction between the other two.
Couldn't wait to get my shirt off again, huh?
It causes all sorts of drama.
Look for more behind-the-scenes previews of the X-Men on XmenTheMovie.com. Now join XmenTheMovie.com as we go behind the scenes of the X-Men. Magneto.
Magneto is the master of magnetism. He can attract metals, he can bend metals.
Welcome to the future.
Magneto's theory is that mutants are so talented that they should be controlling the world.
Magneto says you're wasting time. They're going to stab you in the back and they'll get rid of you at the most convenient and vulnerable moment.
You Homo sapiens and your guns.
Look for more behind-the-scenes previews of the X-Men on XmenTheMovie.com. Now join XmenTheMovie.com as we go behind the scenes of the X-Men. Mystique.
Mystique is the shapeshifter, and I'm a martial arts fighter. And I morph into other characters in the movie, and I'm solid blue. I had to sit through 7 to 8 hours of makeup every day. I first took this on, they told me it would take 10 hours.
6 hours.
10 hours! It was like 2/3 of my body covered in prosthetics, and the rest was all airbrushed. We were doing night shoots, so it was down in the 30s. As soon as they would yell action, they would drop my coat, but, between takes, they kept me warm with hair dryers up my sleeves. That's how I survived those long nights.
Look for more behind-the-scenes previews of the X-Men on XmenTheMovie.com. Now join XmenTheMovie.com as we go behind the scenes of the X-Men.
Professor Charles Xavier can read other people's minds and is the leader, teacher, protector of the X-Men.
I know what you think.
Magneto and Professor Xavier are two mutants who were colleagues, but they have parted because their philosophies have become so different as to how they could continue to live in the world.
Mankind has evolved,
Yes, into us.
Their ideas of the way forward is completely different. Professor Xavier creates the X-Men in the school for good to try and encourage harmony.
What is this place? You're in my school for the gifted.
For mutants. The school provides a haven where the X-Men can learn to focus and channel their powers in a way which is for the general good.
He helped us realize that we are okay and that it is okay to have these powers, and he helps us use them for the good of mankind.
Look for more behind-the-scenes previews of the X-Men on XmenTheMovie.com. Now join XmenTheMovie.com as we go behind the scenes of the X-Men. Rogue.
Rogue has this power to absorb other people's energy.
Rogue can take anyone's powers from them, but she can never have physical contact with another human being.
The first boy I ever kissed ended up in a coma for 3 weeks.
Everything about being a teenager and not feeling like you fit in is just magnified by being a mutant.
Look for more behind-the-scenes previews of the X-Men on xmenthemovie.com. Now join xmenthemovie.com as we go behind the scenes of the X-Men. Sabertooth.
Sabertooth has cat-like agility and superhuman strength, and I wreak havoc on the X-Men. So Sabertooth's way of dealing with things, which is just pure violence. Scream for me.
Storm uses her powers to load Sabertooth through a wall.
Look for more behind-the-scenes previews of the X-Men on xmenthemovie.com. Now join xmenthemovie.com as we go behind the scenes of the X-Men. Storm.
Hold on to something. Her special mutation is that she can control the weather with her mind. When she was really small and she was being teased by a bunch of the kids because her hair started to turn white, and out of a reaction or defense to these children, she discovered that she could control the weather.
Look for more behind-the-scenes previews of the X-Men on xmenthemovie.com. Now join xmenthemovie.com as we go behind the scenes of the X-Men.
Totally wanted Magneto's henchmen from the Brotherhood, the ability to leap and bound and stick on walls, has a long tongue, and the slime is very toxic as well. He slimes with his tongue. It's like suffocating your face, really.
He's a very sadistic character. He's very evil and manipulative, and enjoys the cat and mouse.
Nothing people ever die!
Look for more behind-the-scenes previews of the X-Men on xmenthemovie.com. Now join xmenthemovie.com as we go behind the scenes of the X-Men.
Wolverine.
Wolverine can heal himself. So if he gets a gash or wound, it just instantly, before your eyes, it comes back. And he can heal himself. It doesn't make him necessarily a really nice guy. Get out.
Where am I supposed to go?
I don't know.
You don't know or you don't care.
Pick one. He's also got a skeleton, which has been laid with this special metal called adamantium. If you get in there, his claws come out from his hand, and they are sharp.
Look for more behind-the-scenes previews of the X-Men on xmenthemovie.com. Now join xmenthemovie.com as we go behind the scenes of the X-Men.
Rolling. Action.
I was a big fan of The Usual Suspects and Apt Pupil, and so I respect him as a filmmaker.
This is such a great shot.
Bryan Singer's vision was grounded in terms of story and character, and it is not overly fantastic and not overly comic booky.
The thing I like about Bryan is he brings an intelligence to a movie. He's not just an action director or just a special effects expert, but he knows characterization.
I always try to remain respectful to the essence of the characters. And since the characters over 38 years have gone through so many different transformations, it's an awful lot to choose from. But at the same time, I try to tell an original story.
What he has more than most film directors is taste.
Cut.
He's somebody who just loves movies and wants to make the best movie possible.
Bryan's vision for this film is to make it real. What if this really happened?
Look for more behind-the-scenes previews of the X-Men on xmenthemovie.com. Now join xmenthemovie.com as we go behind the scenes of the X-Men.
mutant phenomena, the genetically enhanced, are the next stage of human evolution.
Mutant is a person really with a gift, and maybe in hundreds of years we'll all be mutants.
Inside all of us we have the genetic potential for change, and in mutants they have evolved, whereas we are all Homo sapien, mutants are Homo superior.
Welcome to the future.
It's all about change, and we're at that point in history where everything's about to change.
There are those mutants that have evolved and they're using their powers for good, and there are those that evolved and they're using their powers for bad.
If no one is equipped to oppose them, if no one is equipped to prevent conflict, humanity's days could be numbered.
Look for more behind-the-scenes previews of the X-Men on xmenthemovie.com.
Hold on to something.
What you think.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now seeing the beginnings of another stage of human evolution.
The truth is that mutants are very real, and they are among us. We must know who they are, and above all, what they can do.
We're not what you think, not all of us.
Who are you people?
What kind of place is this?
I'm Professor Charles Xavier. I built this school where mutants could learn to focus their powers in a positive way, and also learn that mankind was not evil, just uninformed. You'll be safe here from Magneto, a very powerful mutant who believes that a war is brewing between mutants and the rest of humanity.
There is a war coming. You sure you're on the right side?
Seen anything like this before.
We are the future, Charles, not them. They no longer matter.
Hold on to something.
Give up on them. Mankind has evolved, not anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now seeing the beginnings of another stage of human evolution.
In every human being, there's not many people that'll understand people like us. There exists the genetic code.
You'll be safe here.
What kind of place is this?
You're not the only one with gifts.
For mutation.
The truth is, mutants are very real, and they are among us. We must know who they are, and above all, what they can do.
A change is coming.
Are you a God-fearing man, Senator?
And those we fear
Magneto believes that a war is brewing between mutants and the rest of humanity.
will be all that can save us.
If no one is equipped to oppose them, humanity's days could be over.
You're a mutant. The whole world out there is full of people that hate and fear you, and you're wasting your time trying to protect them? You sure you're on the right side?
I have made the first move. That is all they know.
He could wipe out everyone in New York City.
Logan, help us. Fight with us.
I'll take care of you.
We are the future, not them.
Settle this. We're not what you think. Not all of us.